Hey YouTube, what is the deal with y'all? Friday night, it's Rel 2G. Uh, I'm just so ecstatic as to what's been going on in my hometown, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, this week alone, as far as Smackdown being in Philadelphia for the taping of Friday Night Smackdown this past Tuesday night for tonight's show. I must tell you, a lot of things are starting to brew up for what's going to become an all-star, could be all-star SummerSlam in Los Angeles. All right. Anyway, SmackDown, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Wells Fargo Center. That's where they were at past couple nights, and we got to see what went down on SmackDown. All right. SmackDown started off with Triple H laying down the law. He's stating that he had to do what he had to do, re-sign CM Punk and for John Cena for a match to probably take place at SummerSlam. And in fact, remember, they're two WWE champions, the Second City Saint and John Cena. And he vowed on Monday night he will handle this problem. So as he was about to continue, Christian interrupts Triple H, assuming Triple H that he wants to establish a closer working relationship with him. But of course, Triple H emphatically stated he don't deal with no lawyers, he don't deal with anybody else but himself. He does the show, both Raw and SmackDown. He made that perfectly clear. And he also stated that at SummerSlam, Randy Orton will get his rematch for the World Heavyweight Championship against Christian and a no-holds-barred match. I've been saying it's going to be some type of no-holds-barred match with Orton, disqualifying himself after Christian spit in his face at Money in the Bank. And then, of course, there's more to Randy Orton in just a bit. So, after that was said, R-Truth comes down and proclaiming himself a man of action. Oh, yeah? So Triple H said he was glad for R-Truth to be here tonight because guess what? His opponent will be none other than Randy Orton and Christian. You're not going anywhere. He tells Christian he's going to go one-on-one with John Morrison. So, how did that take it? So, after they took a short break, Christian and Morrison got into their match, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. Christian won by the fact Morrison missed his Starship Pain over Christian. Christian reversed it and turned it out for a kill switch, depending 1, 2, 3. So, after the match, Zack Ryder, he was appointed to be Teddy Long's assistant for SmackDown for the rest of the night. So, of course, Teddy Long not happy with the fact that he had Zack Ryder, be his assistant for one night. Okay, so after that went on, Wade Barrett was in the ring talking about how, he's making himself clear that he came to the United States and WWE to make money. And he said he's returning to basics, proclaiming that greed is overrated. And he began to badmouth Daniel Bryan, Mr. Money in the Bank. Of course, Daniel Bryan took exception, saying the same thing that Heath Slater said last week. And then eventually, Barrett struck him right in the face. But that didn't stop Daniel Bryan for putting him in that English label lock on Wade Barrett. So I'm sensing these two are not finished. I'm sensing something's going to happen between now and SummerSlam. And I have my little scoop on that a little later on. Also, of course, they had a Divas 6 Divas tag match. Alicia Fox, Tamina, and Rosa Mendez versus Natalya, Caitlyn, and AJ. And I wasn't really interested in this match either, but I am going to be looking forward to who's going to be the #1 diva for the contender of Kelly's Divas Championship on Monday night. So in this case, Alicia, Tamina, and Rosa Mendez won their match, you know, for for SmackDown. Okay. Mark Henry wanted a contender. He wanted somebody he can fight. So Zack Ryder said, "You want somebody? I'll get you somebody." So Zack Ryder gave this person who's a local. I forget his name. I forget who his name is, but he did bring him an opponent, but it was really a nobody. So Mark Henry just toyed with this guy, body slammed him not once, not twice, but 3 times, and he almost tried to get that steel chair, putting it in dude's ankle and breaking it. But before he could do that, Sheamus came down the aisle. Okay? So technically, this was probably Zack Ryder who went and got Sheamus. Okay? So, unfortunately, decimating his foe, like I said, he tried to assault him some more, but Talon came in and said, "You need to stop, or else you can't compete no more. Now you want to now you want to challenge. Now you want me to get you somebody. Here they are." Sheamus comes down and tells Mark Henry, telling a little story about how he was this English boy and how, he's this 400 piece of crap. He's talking about Mark Henry. So James provoking Henry charged towards him, and he slapped the living daylights out of Mark Henry. Mark Henry didn't like that, so he tried to charge him, and Sheamus just flipped Mark Henry out from the ring down onto the floor. And the superstar tried to get back in the ring, but Sheamus had a steel chair and all, and Mark Henry throwing the steel steps all on top of the ring, and he was just mad. So I think something's going between these two, and I'm going to let you know what that's about in a little audio of what's going to happen for SummerSlam. Then we had the WWE Tag Team Championship. I expect this to be a SummerSlam event, but they gave us a little preview of it here on Smackdown. Michael McGillicuddy and David Otunga, the new Nexus, they faced the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, in my hometown. Yes, indeed. So 2 weeks ago, these two met, and the Usos got a win. But it was all a different story on SmackDown for the new Nexus. Did what they had to do, and McGillicuddy, who recovered after the Usos tried to do a top rope thing, but they missed, paving the way for McGillicuddy to hit Jay with a net breaker for the 1, 2, 3 count. So they're still tag team champions, but they're going to do it again probably at SummerSlam. Then they had a handicap match. Ezekiel Jackson going 2-on-1 against Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase. Ezekiel showed the courage and determination of a true IC champ, taking on both guys. But at the end, the personification of domination slammed his shoulder into the steel post, and that had Cody Rhodes, doing the crossroads on Ezekiel Jackson, pinning him 1, 2, 3, and something's going to brew for this particular match at SummerSlam as well. And of course, the main event of the night was R-Truth versus Randy Orton. You got a man who hears voices in his head versus a man who likes to talk about Little Jimmy. So, and as the match is going on, the world's heavyweight champion, Christian, tried to get onto the ring apron and stop the match and all that. So it was a pretty an excruciating match between a voice that hears, a man that hears things, and a man that likes to talk to himself. So R-Truth used the distraction to hit Randy Orton with a water bottle, and Randy didn't really like that at all. So Randy, while R-Truth was in the ring, drinking a little bit of water, trying to flush the blood and whatever from out his mouth, he took the chair, and the Apex Predator just became so infuriated because he's got anger management. He hits him with the chair, and the referee called for the bell. But then that's not all. Despite him being disqualified, he's been on a rampage, sending a powerful message to Christian, and both R-Truth. And he hit R-Truth with a monitor, and then eventually he blasted him with an RKO into the announce table. Not once, but 2 times. Almost the same times that he hit Christian with at Money in the Bank. So that's basically what happened at Smackdown right here in my hometown, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And I already got my list on the card as to who's going to be doing what at SummerSlam. And I'm not going to do it, verbally. I'll do it by way of, typing it in and letting you guys know. Early predictions for SummerSlam is coming right up after I upload this video. I hope you've enjoyed this week on WWE. Monday night's going to be a very interesting night because CM Punk and John Cena will be face-to-face once again on WWE Monday Night Raw, and Triple H will handle the issue. Rel 2G out. This is going to be a great weekend here in Philadelphia, as you already know. If y'all don't look at Twitter or anything on the news, sports or whatever, get ready because it's going to be a championship city in the city of brotherly love. Rel 2G is out. Make it a great weekend. I will see y'all right back here after Monday Night Raw on Monday. So then, deuces. We out this piece.